Hello, my darlings. Welcome to your daily short kiss, keeping it spiritually simple. I hope you're looking forward to a fabulous weekend. I haven't used them. I think they've been sitting on my shelf, quietly hidden away, the Celtic Oracle, followed by the Celtic Tarot. I thought I'd match it up with that. And let's see what wishes to come out for you today. If this reading resonates, my darling, you are hearing it within your divine design. And if it does resonate, or I resonate as a reader, thank you as ever for your likes, for your wonderful comments, for those of you who have subscribed to this channel, who share, who mention, and those of you who have become members. I am going to be putting out a little message today, I'm going to be putting out a little message over the next 2 or 3 days about the memberships and something that additionally I'm looking to offer. In the meantime, if I resonate or this reading resonates, I do also offer the pay what you can 30-minute online readings. So a card has wanted to come out for you, and it is the Weavers, number 18. Fate, manifestation, and decisions has come out for you. So the spider is a wonderful image of how we can perceive life as either caught in something or we are creating, we are weaving, or we are worrying. Thank you, Spirit. Everything, nothing is random in the universe. Everything has a meaning to it, a purpose to it, good or bad. So you can perceive yourself to be worrying, stuck, or you are weaving, you are creating. And there is a beautiful pattern in the spider's web. So Spirit is saying, despite what it may seem, everything's happening for you. It's how you choose to see it or receive it as the gift. You are weaving together a beautiful pattern where everything is delicately connected to everything else. It says here, fate, manifestation, and decisions. So the decisions this day, in terms of where you are focusing your attention on perhaps the next threads that you're connecting with everything else, will decide the pattern that you are creating. So be very aware of where you're giving your attention, and be very aware how everything rests, aligns with, connects with everything else. If you decide to go that way, you'll choose and create a different variation, but it all ends up becoming a perfect design. And the spider represents that you are a master manifester. It reminds me that we are all master manifestors. We're creating all the time through our thought, our words, and our actions, either consciously or subconsciously. And it is a delicate process, but the spider has great skill. The spider doesn't know she has great skill. She just does. But the spider is a beautiful creator. The spider also doesn't get upset if a certain pattern gets destroyed, gets damaged naturally. It dissolves and dissipates. She just simply goes and creates another. So it's that question of, is there fate? I believe that as souls, we come here with a specific soul purpose, the soul's soul purpose in mind, and that there are various big events, those big life-changing awareness events that are destined to happen in our lives with certain individuals that we have pre-agreed, had a pre-soul contract with to meet. But everything else, the filler, everything that's around all of that, is up to our free will, what we choose and how we choose to create. And that is why we're here. We have free will. We have conscious free will to decide. And it's a fascinating sort of beautiful balance between universal perspective and purpose and the soul's intention and desire, alongside the ego identity's self desires and wants and perspective. And that's the game of life. It's how to play that game of life. And my eyes are drawn to what almost looks like a cat's cradle here. Thank you, universe. I was just talking about the cat's cradle the other day, so thank you. The cat's cradle is a game, I don't know if you know, which I used to play as a child, and I can't remember now, but I'm sure, again, spontaneously, intuitively, I would be able to do certain moves. The cat's cradle is a game where you play with one another, where you move the threads around between your fingers. Now think about that. The cradle represents new beginnings. The cat represents a soul, I'm talking about you here, who is pretty independent, has your own opinions. It's very selective about who you might wish to have, who you're going to give affection to, who you're going to give attention to, but you like your own space as well. And the other thing about the cat's cradle, it sort of represents the desire and the will to learn something new, to learn a skill, to perhaps challenge yourself to learn moves that you might not have done so before. And to also concentrate, to remember what the end result is for you within that game of the cat's cradle. So to concentrate, to remember various moves that you've done in the past and what's worked well and what hasn't. And that's what Spirit's reminding you, to think what's worked well for me and what hasn't. Oh, I'm repeating the what's well, or I'm repeating the what hasn't worked well for me in the past. And to perhaps challenge yourself to learn new moves, new ways of doing things with a new awareness. And also to trust yourself when you spontaneously, just like a child does with the cat's cradle, you spontaneously do a move with your fingers, with your hands, without going, oh my goodness, that's fantastic, that's just worked. So there will be times when you allow yourself to, intuitively, you will make, and spontaneously, you will make the right approach. So just that concept about decisions, the decisions you're making now, the choices you're making now, the thoughtful choices you're making now are having a wonderful impact, a footprint, let's put it that way, a blueprint, a footprint on your future manifestations. And you may call it fate, but there is something around the corner for you, something that you may call fate, you may call a coincidence. I always say it's a co-creating incidence between your soul and the universe, because you are in alignment. And that thread has just beautifully come together at the right point. So beautiful card there for you. Let me just move, sorry, I've got too much stuff on my desk. I want to move that phone. So I'm going to put those guys there, and let's see with the Celtic Tarot now, what Spirit wants to say to you. Thank you, Spirit. Show me for those that most need to hear it. The Nine of Cauldrons. Oh, it's a little bit of a funny card. The Nine of Cauldrons, which is the Nine of Cups. So the universe, they're saying, is going to serve everything up to you on a platter if you allow yourself to receive it. It's a little bit strange with the head here, but things are going to kind of come to a head for you. And the universe within that space is going to serve everything up to you on a platter, they're saying. Now you can see here there is an empty table, but you're at the top of the table, and there is a kind of a relaxed energy about this Nine of Cups, this person in the Nine of Cups. There is a new moon there above, do you see? And there are many, let me just have a look. There are many doors here with which can open, with which other people, other emotionally fulfilling new experiences can enter into your life. And you are being asked to perhaps not just focus on what you think you may want, because we have no real true concept about what we truly want until we get to the deepest motivations behind it, and whether that's coming from the ego self or the higher self. But to allow the universe to bring to your table, to share with you in a space that is being pre-arranged, ready for you. You've got it ready as well, to bring to your table, to serve up to you what it is that actually you desire. And you may not realize you desire, you know, when sometimes you may go to a dinner party or, you know, supper party or something, and you may know some of the people around the table and you may not know some that are coming. Isn't it a lovely surprise when somebody you don't know, you may have been thinking, oh, I don't know if I've got the energy to go tonight, but you know what? I'm going to go. I'm going to go. And of course I'm going to go. I've been invited, and I've been invited because the universe is presenting me with a lovely opportunity and a new event, a new experience. And then somebody or one or more, two people arrive and you think, my goodness, aren't they fabulous? So we don't necessarily know whether we are going to, all I'm trying to say is that the universe knows what is great for us, what is good for us, what is fulfilling for us. We don't know it all. We may think we know, but that may be based on all conditioned behaviors and default positions within us. But the universe knows what is for our greatest good and our greatest happiness. So sit in a blissful state of anticipation. And I feel that there is a certain amount of that happening with you right now. And I feel like the stage has been set, the table has been set, and you're now, it's about asking for your patience. The spider has infinite patience, and it is a slow, beautiful coming together. So have patience at this time. You don't know which door or where those guests are arriving, my darling, but the table has been set, and sit in a bliss, and you're at the head of the table, so you're the lead host here. This is all happening for you. And this is a king here, I perceive. So a king is about knowing this, about having the knowledge and patience, and also saying, do you know what? Maybe this will be a fabulous supper party, fabulous dinner party. Maybe it won't, but it's all intended to be the way it is for me. So I'm going to sit back and enjoy it and indulge and engage in various conversations, and partake in whatever new foods I might be given. So it's all about the enjoyment of the receivement of what you don't know is being prepared for you, but you know it's going to be for you. It's all for you, my darling. I trust that makes sense. Let's just see if there's another card. Thank you. After the nine of cups. But new cycle there. Thank you, Spirit. What have we got? 8 of Wands, beautiful, and the star card on the bottom of the deck. So the overriding message here with this wonderful star card, do you see what is just beautiful here, and is that I feel there is a certain vulnerability that you have at the moment about, and it's a conscious thing that you're doing. The star card, as you know, is about a deep emotional healing that's happening, deep emotional shifts as well that are happening within your energy. We are energy. We are simply energy. We are energy in a certain vibration, in a lower form of vibration, and it may be perceived as body matter, but it is energy and it matters. And therefore, our attention to our energy, our perspective of where we're sitting energetically matters for your nurturing and growth. And we know that, you know that. So you are conscientiously and I feel in a very both conscientious and beautifully self-controlled, and almost in a way that is, you have a method, you have a sort of lovely way of doing things on a regular way. You are spending time with yourself, with your concepts of healing, and you are doing things to assist that process. And there is a seriousness and a commitment to what you are doing. It is also to say that you have perhaps come out of a period of quietness, reflection, sort of solitude here, rest, a sort of that this is a time of renewal for you as well. do apologize, but it's also, it's a time of new renewal, new things coming in for you. Sorry, new things coming in for you as well, my darling. So, you know, with this star card, just trust that everything will be well. I don't know if you see anything else there. She's sort of, do you see that the roots of the trees are sort of connecting in with the water? So there is growth underneath the surface that you may or may not be able to see. The roots of things are taking root, and they're emotionally taking root for you as well. And this is all about your long-term goals or direction, and looking at what is, you know, perhaps long-term commitments for you as well. And it's about you making decisions for yourself now that are about not just, let's say, not just any old relationship, not just any old job. This is that life's purpose. It's a relationship that means something to you, that is a career, a life path, a purpose that deeply, deeply is rooted within you. So what you are doing right now is beautiful. And alongside of that, you've got the 8 of Wands has come out. So I am seeing here, and that's 3 little people there on top of that, but there has been a change recently. The water is flowing, you've crossed the water here, the wands are going in a direction, wands are about what actions you're taking at this time, and everything is beautifully aligned up, and it's sort of talking about that perfect design, that perfect pattern, where your attention is going, energy is flowing, and you've crossed a divide recently. Does that make sense? You've crossed a divide, you've perhaps you've taken an emotional leap forward into a different emotional terrain. So think about how you're feeling about things, and is there a difference within you? There is great speed now, and you're harnessing your energy in a very powerful way, where you're going, the direction that you're going at this time is creating momentum within the universe, and there is a specific destination that you have in mind. So I come back to the Weavers, number 18, number 1, new beginnings, number 8, thank you, Spirit, the actions that you're taking at this time, perhaps the challenges and the obstacles you're facing, but the determination that you have. And 1 and 8 makes 9. So we come back to that 9 of Cups. It's all about the attainment for your goals, but the attunement, the tuning in. Is attunement a word, Spirit? The attunement, the tuning in, the harmony that you are now displaying and demonstrating for the attainment of your goals. So keep weaving, my darling, keep creating, keep focusing on making decisions that feel right for you. Get creative. You know, if the spider doesn't just create one web, she might create others. And so it doesn't matter what you are doing. Put it this way, start something. If you haven't started it, start something, start creating, start weaving. If this is with a relationship, start to consider within the star card as well, and what you're creating, what pattern this relationship is showing in your life. If this is to do with career choices or life path choices, where do you get drawn to? Where does a spider spontaneously feel is the right place to start creating? But just start doing something and see what unfolds as within the cause and effect of that. So within everything we do, and in every choice we do, there is an inherent consequence for it. It's built into it. It's part of it. It's within that pattern. And remember as well, like the spider, do have infinite patience. Do trust in divine design. The spider creates with the understanding that, just like this 9 of Cups, those that are coming to your table, those that are coming to your web, will come within natural cycles, divine design. And you know, there are certain times of the day where people eat and they gather and they come together. So Spirit is saying there is a certain timing for you that you may or may not be aware of, but you're doing this law of preparation. Everything is ready now. So sit back and relax, and try and get out of your headspace, and just trust that everybody who's intended to come into your life is coming into your life. Everything that's intended, each of these is a different cup, a different fulfillment. It's all ready. It's all set. The table is set. So you just keep being creative, keep being spontaneous, keep losing yourself in the aspect of your healing, but also your enjoyment of this time of life in this present moment, my darling. And these stars here to say that everything's aligning for you. The stars are aligning. So a little bit of a longer one for you today. I wasn't able to do a reading for you yesterday. I'm looking to start the summer readings this weekend. No promises, but as you know, sometimes I work spontaneously as well. And so there are moments where I think, my goodness, I am ready to read for hours. And there are other times where I have to give myself a little bit of a breather. So I'm putting it out to the universe that if I would love to do to start the summer readings this weekend. Otherwise, I will start on Monday, but that's my intention. So thank you for your support. Have the most glorious of weekends, my darlings. If you haven't checked out your weekly reading, do check it out. What else to say? I will be putting out an announcement soon about the memberships that I mentioned, about a little idea that I've had. And also I will be putting out a date for myself and Tom from Astroflower. It'll be in early June. No, I think mid-June, to do something together live. So keep an eye out for that as well. Love you, loads and loads. Have a gorgeous weekend and take care. Bye-bye.